Hi, I'm Sydney, a senior Canale here at Sewanee. As a kid, I moved around a bit, but I mostly grew up in Greenville, South Carolina. This is my family, the Bealls, not the Bealls. Most people who know me now would be surprised to hear how shy I was as a kid. I wasn't just quiet, I was the quiet one. Because I didn't enjoy talking to people that much, I found my passion through animals, hence the cicada jar and my pet rat Templeton. For as long as I can remember, I wanted to be a vet. While being a vet was always a steady passion in my life, when I got to middle school, I became really interested in the arts and ended up attending the Fine Arts Center in Greenville for high school. While I love this side of myself, my interests were very different than my peers. I wanted to be involved in sports and other clubs that fulfilled me aside from just the arts. I was part of the tennis team in high school and ended up taking on my first leadership role as a captain. After that, I slowly started becoming more comfortable with the idea of being a leader. I knew about this program called Best Buddies that helps spread inclusion and opportunities for students with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and I attended their leadership conference my senior year. This conference really ignited my interest in service. Shortly after the conference, I started the Best Buddies chapter at my high school. This club is what made me determined to find a way to incorporate service into my future college work. After a tough end to senior year with canceled proms and 6 feet apart graduations, it was time to move on. I came to Sewanee as a very focused pre-vet student with my eyes on the 4.0 prize, and spoiler alert, that did not happen. I wanted to continue my career of service at Sewanee, and through some good friends, I found the Canale position. Around then, I started becoming more involved with the OCE through participating in the virtual outreach trip to Haiti, and I applied to live in the Coho, what would end up being a very special place to my heart. My sophomore year, I started as a Canale, and my Sewanee world started to become a whole lot more fulfilling. Through these programs, I started to realize a passion of mine was to learn about others and really listen to those, especially to those whose stories don't always get to be told. I also started becoming more curious, wanting to learn and understand why things happen the way they do, especially in the context of current economic and social systems. I began to be more confident in myself and eager to jump into more leadership roles. Through these, I learned new skills and realized that I'm capable of being someone others could look to for direction. While these roles were so fulfilling, I took them on all while taking my hardest year of pre-vet classes. I started to get burned out and eventually realized I needed to take a step back. While my academic and extracurricular career felt heavy, I hardly even realized I was building a strong support system of the people I'd call my best friends at Sewanee. The community around me felt better than ever, but I was still left with an internal struggle of what I was working towards. I started to realize my work through the OCE, which at that point included being a co-director of the Coho, site leader of Animal Harbor, and an outreach trip leader, felt a lot more fulfilling than my goal of being a vet. I slowly realized the idea of being a vet is what I wanted so badly, but not the reality of having a career in vet med. Though I love the element of helping these animals, through a lot of hours shadowing at a clinic and many honest conversations with myself, I came to the tough realization that I was only staying pre-vet because of the pressure I felt to follow through with it. Later, I realized the only person who cared about this pressure was me. With this decision came relief and a little bit of an identity crisis. I was terrified. I was a spring semester junior and had no idea what I wanted to do.
I decided I needed to take a step back and consider what's important to me. Through exploring more Canale sites my senior year, like New Life, Arts Inside, and tutoring at Grundy County Jail, I felt like a light bulb was beginning to go off. I realized that working with others to help encourage them to meet their goals and be able to feel that strong sense of capability that I had always craved as a kid was what I wanted to do. This made me think about how I could translate those passions into a career. Now that I've had some time to think about it and explore where I can best put my skills into use, I plan to put that idea into action through occupational therapy, a form of rehabilitation therapy that helps people to rebuild skills needed for daily life while working alongside them to become more self-sufficient. This career path still allows me to work in healthcare, a field I've always seen myself in, but while also having the chance to hear others' stories and learn from them while helping them towards their goals. After graduation, I plan to move home to South Carolina and take a gap year to gain some experience in occupational therapy while finishing up some prereqs and just giving myself room to breathe before going back into school. While I'm excited for what's next, leaving a place so special to my heart seems near impossible. I've grown so much over the last 4 years and truly have the OCE to thank for that. Thank you so much to Robin, Morgan, and everyone in this room today who makes this community as beautiful as it is. I hope you all know how important you are and the role you play in this community. Thank you, and YSR.